Hey guys, welcome back. It is Thursday, which means it is my absolute favorite day of the week because I get to hang out with you guys. As you can see, if you've been here before, we are in a little different of a situation here today. I am sitting in my little content corner because I'm currently living in my house, just to give you guys an update, but we don't have a bathroom still. We do, but it's like the tile is on the floor being like laid currently as we speak. So if you guys hear any background noise, I really apologize. But my other corner over there where I work was just really drab, and I haven't been able to like get that 100% where I want to yet. So it's a little white and sad. So we are sitting over here in a weird situation where I literally have like a little desk in my hand and my mouse. But it's all good. It's all going to work out. And I actually kind of like it over here, except for this guy that keeps trying to get in my brain. But I am excited about being here, and I appreciate you guys for coming here today as well. Today's going to be a little bit different than normal. We haven't done what I'm going to do today in a very long time. I want to say like 2 months or so. But we had an influx of requests for Etsy audits. So actually doing shop audits for people that are in our Facebook group. First of all, if you're not in our Facebook group, I highly recommend going and checking it out. I think it's called EverBee Members Etsy Seller Growth. We have about 34,000 of us in there, which is really, really awesome. I absolutely love hanging out with you guys in there. So if you're not in there, first and foremost, go check that out. But I kind of opened the floodgates, and I didn't mean to, but it seemed that a lot of people were interested in this. We actually got over like 46 comments on the post where I just said, hey, on February 27th today, I'm going to be doing a live Etsy audit of a couple of shops, a high level Etsy audit. If anybody else is in need of this, feel free to let me know. And man, you guys showed up to say the least, to ask if we could have one as well. So with that said, today's going to be a little bit different than normal of an Etsy audit, simply because there was an influx of requests. There were so many that I received, and I want to make sure that I can help each and every one of you out as much as possible. So with that, what we're basically going to do is I'm probably going to have to split this into two parts. I don't know for sure if I'm going to do two coffee with EverBee parts, like today and next Thursday, or if I'm going to do one part live today, and then I'm going to do a pre-recorded video and give that to you guys in the Facebook group. Again, not 100% sure yet, but keep alerts on for YouTube, keep your notifications on, keep on the lookout in the Facebook group as well if you're already in there, or if you wanted, to get in there today. And I will update you guys as soon as I determine what is going to make the most sense based on how far we get today. Okay. So with that knowledge, I wanted to quickly go over exactly what we are going to go over in the audit. As you can see, I have a little crying laughing emoji, and I'm pretty sure you guys can also see my URL bar up here. There's a lot, a lot of Etsy logos. Again, I'm not sure if you guys can see that live, but we got a lot to go through. So I wanted to show you exactly what we will be going over on each shop first and foremost. So the first thing that I'm looking at is branding, SEO, listing, build, and community. So when we talk about branding, I'm going to be looking at just like the aesthetic of your shop to make sure that it is just appealing for a natural new viewer or someone who is returning as a new customer or returning customer. I'm also going to get into you a little bit. Etsy has this slogan called Keep Commerce Human. And I want to make sure that you are keeping your shop human and that you are humanizing it and that we are learning a little bit about you, the actual face behind the brand. We're going to get into a couple of different things like that. And then obviously the banner, the logo, etc. Just kind of understanding as a whole, how are you presenting your shop? Does it feel cohesive or does it feel a little bit in disarray? Then, of course, SEO, probably one of our most important ones. Are you utilizing an effective use of titles, tags, descriptions, sections, and the shop title as well? We'll go over that. Then for the listing build, there's a lot of things that we're going to look over on this, but it's basically, do I, as a brand new person, if I were your exact target audience, would I say yes as I'm viewing the listing to convert into a sale? that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing with looking at a bunch of different things. And I think I'm going to choose, because there's so many people that ask for this, I'm going to choose 3 random listings from each store. Okay. Hope that makes sense. And last but not least, we're going to go over community. So what are your reviews looking like? What are your responses to those reviews looking like? And then are you utilizing any customer photos or any reviews in your descriptions, etc., to really tell a story? Okay. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and open up the first one for today. And again, like I mentioned, these all came in from Facebook, from our Etsy seller. What is it? EverBee members Etsy seller growth Facebook group. So if you're not in there, again, please go look us up. It's very easy to apply to get in. I'm going to be the one that approves your application, so feel free to get in there today. But it's basically just a thread that I had where a lot of people added their things. So if for some reason you don't see yours and you requested one either today or in part 2, whenever we do part 2, again, maybe next Thursday, maybe on a pre-recorded video, etc. If you don't see yours for some reason, I sincerely apologize if I missed it, because I do have about 40 requests in front of me right now. So please feel free to comment below this live stream if you already requested it and you did not see your shop. Okay. If you are requesting it now, that's a different story, because I do not have the ability and the bandwidth to do 40 more. But if you did already request it today/next Thursday, please feel free to let me know. I will make sure that I take care of that. All right, so let's get into the first one. So the first one that we are looking at today is Work From Home Mama shop. So this is, again, someone that asked for this on Google, or excuse me, on Google. I'm looking at a Google Chrome logo. Someone that asked for this in our Facebook group. So again, the couple of things that we are going to go through are basically, let me go back over here real fast. So we're going to be looking at her branding, her SEO, her listing build of 3 listings, and her overall community feel. Okay, so with that knowledge, let's go back to work from home. And I'm basically going to I'm going to start top down. That's the way that I like to look at it when I'm doing this naturally. It comes very natural to me just because I've done it so many times, but I kind of want to show you where my eyes go as a viewer and also an auditor. All right, so let's just start first and foremost with branding. So Work From Home Mama, I really love the banner. It's optimized for both desktop and mobile. I already looked it up on mobile. So it's optimized on both. I will say this right here, just as a very small thing, because I'm a designer at heart. This is kind of hard to see on mobile. So either something I would do is I would either make this a little bit bigger or I would adjust the font a little bit. However, she's doing a very good job at branding and cohesiveness because this matches this. So I don't necessarily want you to change the font if that is your best font, but something else that we could possibly do is right here where it says work from home in the logo. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, what I see, but work from home right here in the logo, maybe we could replace that font with that font, because then that could be a little bit easier to read. So that was just on mobile. Right now on a 27-inch, large screen on my desktop, I can see it just fine, but I just wanted to kind of call that out really quickly. Something that I love that she is doing is, first of all, there's cohesiveness all the way through as we're looking at this in the logo, first and foremost. There's also a cohesive design aesthetic. So I'm seeing lots of plants. I'm seeing lots of neutral tones, woods, creams, beiges, etc. So I love that. And then also she is perpetuating who she is trying to reach by the stock photo that she chose. So I'm looking at a laptop. I've got my cute gold pen. I've got my cute peonies. I think that's what those are. Don't come at me in the comments if that is not what that flower is. But she's got these kind of aesthetic of like work from home potentially, or just someone on a laptop that has good style. So overall, I think she did a great job here. Then I'm going to scroll down really quickly let's go to the about. So I'm going to skip around a little bit because I want to make sure that we're going section by section. Okay, so we're still in branding. So I'm going to go to the about section. Oh man, I love this. See, I didn't read this yet. So I'm literally something I didn't tell you guys. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for a second. Let me see if I can. Okay, so I didn't tell you guys this, but before I joined this today, and I really should have, because we are doing this together live. Okay, I am not There's no notes whatsoever on any of these because, to be honest, I don't have enough time to do all the notes. I don't have the bandwidth to do like 40 Etsy audits full force and do notes on each of them and present them to you guys. So what I decided to do was really just show you where my brain goes and how my process works as it happens. So why I said that a second ago, that I was like, let me take a quick pause, is because we are literally doing this together. This is not something that I like prepped for. The prep that I did was opening up the Etsy stores into my search bar. That's pretty much it. So we are going to just hope for the best as we are going through this together. And that's why you saw me kind of be like, oh, that's beautiful, because I literally have not read this yet. So let's get into it. All right. So, oh, mama, you've got this. Be inspired and fill your cup today. Love that. It is calling, I'm not a mama, but it's calling me out as the ideal person. And it's telling me what I should expect from her in a way. And what that means is like, be inspired and fill your cup. So she is basically telling me that she is going to be crafting, theoretically, she should be crafting things that are going to help me feel that way. All right. This Etsy shop is inspired by all the mamas that work from home and have the responsibility of caring and raising children. Beautiful. If you have come to the shop in need of inspiration, I hope you find what your heart needs. Ugh, I'm not even a mom and I love this. All right. Then she gives a little bit about her journey. She talks about her transition. She would wait until dad got home or grandma came in, but then she started to work from home herself. If this is you, you are not alone. I hope you find comfort, humor, and a sense of encouragement in the items listed for another work day, no matter what that looks like to you. Wow. Incredible. I couldn't have written this better myself. She did a fantastic job calling out me. Well, and by me, I mean, her ideal targeted audience, while also telling me her story. So I feel a sense of connection with Lindsay already. And when we go down to Lindsay, I think you can, it doesn't look like it. Usually there is a way to click on someone. Let me see if I can see what her story is here. Cool. Okay. So she has it in here as well. So this is just something that I like to also look at. So if you guys have not done your shop member or shop owner about section as well, but you've only done the shop about section, might be something to look into. So I love that. She's calling me out again. So very, very great job. All right. Let's go back where we were. Maybe. All right. We're just going to go here because it's mad at me. All right. Okay. So check on branding, check on the about, okay? Now, or check on the banner, the logo, the about, etc. Now I'm going to get into a little bit of the aesthetic of the shop itself. So let's go through here a little bit. Nice. Sweet. Okay. So overall, I am seeing, again, first of all, her shop is very aesthetically pleasing and it's also cohesive. So I'm seeing a lot of, again, those neutrals. I'm seeing some like kind of like boho aesthetics, but then not all of them, but a good number of the designs are actually brighter than the aesthetic of the home, which I find to be really interesting because I am very attracted to that type of aesthetic. So right now you can see this is not the case because obviously behind me is a little wild, but I do like to have a white, black, and gray home. And then I do like plant stuff everywhere. And then I usually have like either gray, charcoal, or like bright colors as the decor. So I actually really love that's kind of what she has going on too. And then I also love that she also is using multiple different seasons as well. So I'm seeing like Slay Mama Slay. So that is the aesthetic we were looking for from before. It's also talking to a mama, and it's kind of like a pun in a way, like slay, but then we also have flowers over here. We also have like inspiration here. Hair up, show up. I would buy that 100%. I think that's really funny. Messy and bright. So it's kind of like all of them are playing off her aesthetic and her mission in a way, while also kind of, in this case, adhering to the season, and then in this case adhering to the type of person. So maybe she's a 90s mama. So I really like that. Very, very cool. I mean, overall, I think branding like couldn't be better. I think she's doing a fantastic job. All right, now let's look into SEO. So I basically went through actually there was one thing, shop policies. Let's just see here. Okay, she's got these all filled out. So instant downloads, these were updated last August. cancellation. Okay, so she's got everything completely done in there. So again, branding for our work from home mama, 10 out of 10. All right. Now going into SEO, we're going to be looking at titles, tags, descriptions, sections, and shop title. So I'm actually going to start first with the shop title. So if you don't know, this is it right here. So we have the shop name, and then we have the shop title. So digital must-haves for the modern work from home mom. Again, work from home is just WFH, not fully spelled out. So I'm going to change something here a little bit that I think might be able to help. So when we're thinking about SEO, when we're thinking about long tail key phrases, we're thinking about building out sentences that are going to help people find us. We really want to think about what someone is actually typing in. So digital must-haves for the modern WFH mom. Must-haves, for example, is more than likely not something someone is going to be typing in. They could be, but it's not going to be necessarily calling out our people. However, digital prints for the modern work from home mom, potentially, or digital downloads, or art prints, or wall art, etc. So it really depends, of course, on what she is doing. From what I'm seeing, it is the majority, at least her current listings. She might change her mind in the future, but from her current listings, I am seeing pretty much all wall art. So what I want to do with you guys real fast is I'm going to come over to keyword research really quickly, and I'm in EverBee, obviously, so you guys can kind of see and know exactly what I'm doing. And I want to, oh, you know what? 1 second. I'm going to have to go away for like 2 seconds. Man, when I tell you guys we are live, I mean it because your girl had to get her keyboard. I'm so sorry for that. I'm so sorry if you heard a bunch of noises in the background. All right, so since we have the keyboard now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to type in those couple of things. So let's just say wall art. I'm just going to type that in real quick. And I'm looking right now at search volume also versus competition, but mostly just search volume. So obviously competition is freaking huge for that. But what if we did digital? I'm interested. Again, we're doing this all together at the same time. So this is kind of where my brain processes as things are going. All right, so we're a little bit less. We're 8 million off, so that's good. But the search volume is still high, okay? So let's say digital prints. Oh, I'm going to make it a little better. Wall art prints. Okay, so we know digital prints, we know wall art, we know digital art prints, digital art, etc. That's kind of what Etsy does, is they take this long tail key phrase and they basically break it up into individual keywords and or like collective keywords. So digital wall art prints is probably what I would put here. And granted, we have minimal space, there's a character limit, so be mindful of that. But the good news is digital wall art prints as a long tail key phrase still has almost the exact same amount as I think digital prints or whatever I looked up a second ago was. So personally, I would make the adjustment to, instead of digital must-haves for, I would say digital wall art prints for, and then instead of the modern work from home mom, I'm also going to do something really quickly. WFH. I'm just going to check something real fast. Okay, so here's another thing. So WFH only has 315 currently looking for it. Let's see if we spell it out, what happens. Okay, I mean, it's still not as good as I would like. So I wonder, Miss Work from Home Mama, I wonder if there's a way to just nix this, and that will also, by the way, be able to expand your ability to reach people. So I love the idea that you are a work from home mama, but we don't have to target just work from home mamas. And I don't think that you are, by the way, but we kind of are a little bit as it relates to who we are targeting with our messaging. But then I'm seeing like millennial mama, so that doesn't mean they're working from home, right? So I'm wondering, just thinking out loud here, if we could do digital wall art prints for modern moms or for the mamas or something of that nature. So something that doesn't necessarily have work from home in it, knowing that that is a little bit less on the search. Okay. Anyways, that's what I would say. Digital wall art prints for the modern mom or something of that nature, so that we can start having things that are being actively searched for. Okay. Hope that makes sense. So removing must-haves and potentially removing this. All right. Moving on. All right. So I'm going to the shop announcement now. Again, just kind of showing you guys where my eyes go. All right. So hello, use code WELCOME for 10% off all listings. I am consistently creating new pieces. Okay. Okay. I love that you are putting them to a different location and we're not using the link, obviously, because Etsy doesn't like us to link out anywhere else. What I would say here is, okay, so this was updated in December of 2024. It is now, it's actually almost exactly 2 months to the day that I'm doing this because it's February 27th. So I would actually make a couple of it, let's just update this. Let's get this ready for 2025. Let's show that we're kind of doing this on a monthly basis. And I know that obviously you are doing mom and work life while also doing Etsy, but just trying to expand on this a little bit while using, again, keywords that are going to make sense for your audience. So what are people in your direct target audience looking for? And then I would just spell all that out. And you can use something like ChatGPT to build out this announcement for yourself if you'd like. But let's just expand on this a little bit so that we can basically tell them what they can expect from this shop. And I love that you have the code there, but what they can expect from the shop, maybe since they're mostly digital downloads or all, I think, digital downloads, maybe like how to download them, just kind of giving them that information. And again, utilizing as many keywords as you can find, kind of like what I just did a second ago, that people are going to be actively looking for in this space. All right. Okay. So let's see. Let's go ahead and go into our 3 chosen ideas. So I'm going to choose this one first, just because it's the featured one. All right. So it looks like, I'm going to look at the title real quick. So retro cassette tape wall art for music lover moms, old school music nostalgia, digital print, vintage work from home mom office wall art. Okay. So I like what she's doing here because it is, it all makes sense in the kind of run-on key phrases. Only thing that I think might be an issue here is, again, are the people who we are trying to target actually looking this up? In my opinion, this is not a work from home item really at all, other than like if you work from home and you want like 90s decor, of course, on your wall. Yeah, for sure. Like I would buy this because I was born in 92. But I don't know if this is necessarily work from home office wall art. Maybe there's a different way that we could go about it and really lean into the retro, lean into the vintage, lean into the old school instead. So I also don't see anything that's like 90s here, but I think this is a 90s inspired thing, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, please let me know, because maybe that's just a 90 for no reason. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to product analytics in EverBee and also look at the tags as well. Okay, so I was somewhat right. So 90s kids, millennial mom, 90s nostalgia. Okay. So to be honest, there's actually some things that I would probably move to the title and then swap with the tag. So what I mean by that is 90s kids, millennial mom, 90s nostalgia. Oh, that's pretty much it. So what I'm thinking is we might be targeting people too heavily in the work from home space, which might be it's a smaller niche of a smaller niche of a big niche. So we have moms, then we have working moms, and then we have work from home moms. And then, by the way, we have work from home moms who are also 90s kids. So that's like really, really, really deep down into a smaller niche. So I'm wondering if there's a way, just utilizing this particular example, if we were to copy this listing and we were to go the route of retro home decor, vintage home decor, nostalgic home decor, etc., I wonder if that would help us get found more rather than going the work from home route or the small office decor route. Just thinking out loud. Also, what I'm seeing in here, a good thing about EverBee is they also do a bunch of like red, yellow, green, kind of to let us know, not that it's a bad one or it's a good one per se, but just to kind of just give us more data. So I'm seeing millennial mom has about 130 or 140 or so people that are currently looking it up with about 5,000 competition. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Nope, that didn't work. Just kidding. All right. And then I'm seeing work from home again, 933 versus a pretty big competition. Desk accessories, bigger volume, but again, we're growing up here. Old school office is only like 58 people using it, but 9,000 people against it. Work from home mom, again, same concept here. So, like, this is a good number for competition, but this is not a good number for search. So, we really want to find a healthy balance between the two. And I'm not really seeing any of these that feel super healthy in that space. So, I wonder if we were to come over to keyword research and I typed in millennial and I tried to spell it appropriately, even though I am a millennial. I don't know how to spell that. So just gonna hope for the best that I did it right. I'm literally the person on Etsy that we always make fun of that like we tell you to not use misspelled keywords because they're misspelled, but like I'm the one that's doing it all the time. All right, I'm gonna filter by keyword score, get the highest to the top so I can get an idea of what we're looking at. I really hope I didn't spell this right. I really feel like I did. Hold on. You guys are gonna hate me today. Is that how you spell that? I'm literally the worst person to be here. Nope, that was wrong. This is why I am not allowed to be here. All right, let's try this again. Let's put another N there. I'm so sorry, y'all. This is who I am. We deal with it. We just accept it. Hopefully every day. I was like, that doesn't look right. Okay, we're getting somewhere. All right, so when I have the keyword score up at the top, basically what a keyword score is, if you guys are not familiar, is like the volume of search versus the competition. And I'm not seeing anything that did I spell it wrong again? No, because I was like, this doesn't look great. I'm not seeing anything I super love other than, of course, like millennial aesthetic. Oh my God, I spelled it wrong again, didn't I? No. Oh my God. I don't know what's happening here. This is not working in my favor. You know what? I'm going to copy and paste because your girl is actually nervous that she is 100% inaccurate. Because that 780 just looks too small for me. It is right. Okay. All right. Well, with that said, I am not seeing a lot of things that I'm super in love with at all. I'm actually going to search by volume now, just in case. All right, let's go. So what's interesting is even by searching by volume, it's not giving me great numbers. So the only thing that I'm seeing that's even like remotely close to okay would be maybe this one, but we know that that's spelled wrong. So it's not great because obviously the competition is smaller because people are spelling not gifty with an E. So anyways, I am going to do now 90s. And by the way, the reason I'm doing this is I want to basically pull one piece of her bigger keywords so that I can see if there's anything we might be missing. So I'm going to come through here. Okay, vintage 90s tea, but again, they're using this weird whatever the thing's called, the little apostrophe thingy. Same thing here. So what I'm looking for is like green on the right-hand side of competition. Again, spelled wrong. So the good news is what I'm seeing is there are a lot of things in the 90s. Sorry about this pop up. A lot of thing in the 90s space. And yes, there are also a lot of competitors against it. But this is very much so being looked up like 3,300 times. So then if I just type in retro wall art, let's see what comes up. Nice. Okay. So this is where my brain is telling me to go work from home mama. I want to make sure that I'm able to help everybody else out too. And this is taking me a long time on just one. But where my brain is going is if we go this route, the wall art route, the home decor route, the office decor is also fine, but minimal, maybe bedroom decor, bathroom decor, etc. That might be a better way to go rather than building off of the home, work from home kind of concept. Okay. Simply because I think we're going to target a larger audience. So that's just my 2 cents. That was like 55 cents, but that is my 55 cents as it relates to tags and titles, first of all. Then let's see. Okay, so one thing I want to say about descriptions, and this is something that could be applicable to every person that I'm going to review today. The first couple of lines here, so kind of like I would say probably just kidding. Probably like to right, Jesus, probably to right here or so is actually what's called metadata for Google. So if you were to find, if you were to look up like 90s nostalgic retro wall art for moms on Google, this is the thing that's going to be in the bold writing under the listing. So we really want to make sure that that is very SEO friendly. So it's talking to a search engine, but it's also talking to a human. So I actually really like the idea of just moving this up to the top because that's going to really perpetuate that talking to a search engine while also talking to a human. So I would just change this a little bit to take yourself back to an old school music nostalgia, stay safe. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I would call out the mom a second ago, just like you did a fantastic job in the about section. So it'd be like, hey, 90s moms or hey, millennial moms, take yourself back with our old school retro cassette tape wall art print with Stay Sane Babe. So I know that was kind of weird, but that's kind of the way that I would adjust it a little bit. So it's basically calling them out and humanizing it, but also giving the search engine everything it needs to know what this is going to be. And then I would get into, the what's included. Beautiful. I also think that there is a little bit more that we could add into the description just to make sure that we are utilizing, again, SEO keywords as much as possible. So kind of the same way that I just mentioned, going into the keyword research tool and finding who these people are, what they're looking for, and then like where this could possibly be put. Because right now it's only being told to be put into a work from home space. But you and I both know that this could be in multiple other places. Like this could be in a bathroom. This could be in a bedroom. This could be in, again, an office. Like it could be in an apartment, bunches of different spaces. So I feel like if we start leaning into those things where it could be beneficial, that might be a better option here. All right. I don't want to spend too much time on this one. Oh, wait, I do. Hold on. Okay, I want to show you guys also the photos really fast. So I love this photo being the first one. It's very easy to see what it is. It's very easy to understand. The only thing I might add is in one of two places, this needs to be told to me that it's a digital download, that it's a wall art print. It's not something that I'm going to be receiving this, because that might hurt somebody's opinion of you, especially because this particular mock-up almost looks like this is on wood instead of a printed out thing. So we want to make sure that it is exactly what they're going to be getting. So I would just put instant download or digital download or some kind of sticker somewhere, and or I would make sure that it's in the title. So I see digital print, of course, but someone might not know what that is. So I would say like instant, what was the thing you said down here? Digital download, or instant download, or digital file, or print instantly, or something of that nature, whether it be a sticker or in the title, so that they know first glance what they're getting. Because all of the mock-ups that I'm seeing are wall art in different sizes. So me as the person, do I even know that that's what this is? Because I haven't really seen it anywhere except for right here. And then, of course, I'm going to get into the description and see what's included. But some people make a decision right here from the photos. So then they perpetuate their decision or confirm their decision by going into the description. So that's what I would say is it needs to say somewhere pretty early on what they're getting. Let's also watch this video. That's cute. Okay, so she's very smart. She made a video just like combining a bunch of different mock-ups. So I think that's a great idea. But again, on here, because when people see, when they hover over something in Etsy search and the video starts playing, I would also have something here that says digital download, instant download, wall print, etc., just so I know exactly what's going on. All right, guys. So that was the first one. I know I said that I was going to do 3, but we're already 33 minutes in. So I want to make sure that I'm able to give everybody their rightful time. I went a little bit deeper into that one as well, because I want to show you guys really the full process of where my brain is going, so that we can look at all of the next ones together as well. Okay, a little bit faster, but the first one was going to be a little bit more in depth. So work from home, mama, you're welcome. The only other thing I would want to look at usually is going to be community. But we don't have community on this one yet because there are no reviews currently. So if I scroll down here, we'll see that it just goes straight to the about section. So there are no reviews currently on the items that have been purchased, but you can see she only currently has 3 sales as well. So I would usually look at the reviews, the responses, and then if she's utilizing any UGC from those sales. At this point, this particular shop does not have that. So I'm going to skip over that for now. But something else that I like to do personally is I like to go into the sales, and you can do this either on Etsy or on the product analytics dashboard through EverBee on the shop itself. And I like to see what sold. So these 3 things have sold for this person. I don't know which ones, so I don't know like if they were trying to look for a small size, a big size. Obviously, she provides all of the sizes, but I would make more of these. So this is the vibe that is selling. So maybe we perpetuate that and create more and more listings centered around these like bohemian and millennial mom style, retro, whatever. Okay. All right. So with that said, we're going to get into the next one. I'm going to definitely say this wrong. PGM Designs by PGM. Easy peasy. All right. So, okay. First of all, let's start with branding, and we're just going to go line by line like we did before. So first of all, your AI work is incredible. It is blowing my mind how beautiful and like real these look. So you're doing a fantastic job at your prompts at minimum. But I wonder if this could give me more up in the banner about what you're selling, because I don't really know what you're selling. All I see is like a bunch of AI generated people and a butterfly in the middle. So I'm wondering if we could or should add in some of the actual stuff up here that you're selling, or if this is what you're selling, I would put something down here that's like clip art for the African American community, or clip art for POC businesses, or whatever it is. Like whatever you're selling, I would put that here, because right now I don't know. So that's just a quick thing. I do, we got some aesthetics here. We got the banner equals the logo equals the person, all good. Let's go ahead here. Okay, so here's something I would 100% change. The shop title is not about us. The shop title is about what the end buyer can expect to receive from your shop. So this says art creator, merging technology and creativity. Awesome. Put that in your about section, remove it from your shop title. The shop title should be what they can expect to receive from the shop for them to basically make a split-second decision of whether or not they should continue doing something here, if they should keep looking, if they should buy from you, whatever, and if they should support your cause, because you, more than likely, just from seeing your banner, have a very, very important cause, and I want that to be known here. So let's just say, I'm just going to make this up, but I would say like clip art for the African American community, clip art for Black-owned businesses or Black business owners, clip art for POC businesses, whatever you are doing and making, that needs to be there instead. And utilize the same concept that we had with the WFH Mama concept, where making sure that you're not just pulling random words out of our head, but we're actually checking them and confirming them in the keyword research tool. Okay, so that's one thing I would 100% change, because this is a very important spot for SEO. All right, I'm also not seeing a shop announcement at all. So the shop announcement would be right here. And I'm also not seeing an about section. If there was an about section, it would be one of these 3. Let me see if there's one right here I can show you really quickly. Yep, so it would look like this, for example. So I want to just, for branding right now, I think that it's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. But for branding, I think we're going to be at like a 20% out of 100% right now, simply for what we could and should be doing to reach the masses and to kind of qualify our shop for the right people. And then for shop policies, all we have is returns and exchanges. So your cancellations, is it an instant digital download, etc. I'd like to have those filled out as well. All right, now let's get into the SEO itself. Like I mentioned a second ago, the shop title needs some definite enhancements. I am liking the sections. But again, remembering what I mentioned with the WFH Mama, what are people going to actually be looking up? So they're definitely going to be looking up journal planner, clip art, I don't like these things personally, but they are going to be looking those up, unfortunately. Thanksgiving for sure, coloring pages for sure, clip art for sure, stickers for sure, whatever. So I would just make sure like clip art various, no one's going to be looking that up. So just making sure that these things make sense, and also just making sure that like all of your things are under a collection of sorts. So like these chucks and pearls, for example, I think that's actually pretty dope. Where does that go? Does that go into various? Or can it go in like clip art clothing or clip art street style, whatever it is? Okay, I'm just thinking out loud. All right, so that's how I feel about that immediately. Let's go. I'm just going to click on this real fast just to see the title. We're not going to look at anything yet. Stylish locks, petals, braids, coloring pages, printable hair art, modern hairstyles empowering. Okay. I think that there's definitely a lot of work that can be done here, only because I don't know if these things are going to be looked up. So like stylish locks, petals, braids. I don't know if that in itself is being looked up, but the best way to figure that out is look it up. So let's just type in this word first, locks. Okay. Hello, please work for me. There we go. All right. So it looks like locks is being looked up a little bit. So I think that's good. As you can see, like human hair locks, human hair. We could remove stylish. I don't think that's necessary unless it has something to do with the item itself. Petals, braids. Let's see that one real fast. Sorry, guys, I cannot type on this tiny, tiny little desk I'm using. Come on, baby. Okay, so petals, braids, search volume of 2. So that's obviously something that we could adjust there. So obviously like coloring pages are definitely going to be very important. Printable coloring pages, yes. Hair art, that's interesting to me. I want to look up that one. All right, give it a second to load. Okay, 471. I kind of like that. I also am interested to see if there's anything else that I would do. So like hair art prints, hair wall art, black hair art. I mean, now we're getting really somewhere. Black art hair, hair art print. So again, I'm not necessarily in love with these volumes, and nor am I in love with these competitions, but just kind of like maybe going in that direction and knowing that, okay, this is being looked up, but there is a lot of competition. So how do we go a little bit deeper? So maybe it's like black hair art, for example. So just something to look at there. Modern hairstyler, modern hairstyles. I'm not sure if anybody's going to be looking that up necessarily. So I would really think most importantly, yes, this is what this is. So I understand what you're doing here, obviously, but is there any other way we can speak about this in a way that someone will be looking it up? So kind of like what we did with our work from home mama concept, millennial, retro, vintage, maybe bohemian, like stuff like that. So is there any other words that we could utilize that people would actually be looking up for these? So I do like cultural, I do like natural, I do like hair art, but I do think there's definitely some ways to move around these and make it a little bit more easily found by the people that you want. Let's go to product analytics and look at the tags now. I totally lied to you guys unintentionally. We will not be able to do 3 per person because this is taking me a lot longer than I thought, but I want to make sure I can get to everybody. Okay, here's a perfect example. I'm not sure what's happening here. All right, so here's kind of exactly what I was getting at. So first of all, like cultural hairstyle, mohawk style, protective style is a little bit better. Locks and braids, like you can see, especially if we have EverBee. So highly recommend if you don't have EverBee, at least get it for like 30 days because this is going to help you out substantially. So I am seeing like natural hair is doing somewhat well in search, but bad in competition. So maybe we can like go this direction and find like black natural hair or something of that nature that's going to be a little bit better on comp, but still good search. Then we're seeing, braids, mohawk, locks, and petals. Like no one's looking this up. Same thing down here, locks, lovers, etc. And then there's like no competition because people aren't really looking it up like in these places. So I would just get a little bit more diligent on finding the right type of phrases and keywords in order to like ensure that people are looking for you and people are finding you, because I think that you have the most incredible art and they deserve to see it. The right people deserve to see it. So I would say like we definitely need to, at least on this one, I haven't seen the others yet, but we need to definitely adjust what we're looking at as it relates to the titles and the tags. I'm going to go into the description real quick. Cool. All right. So I would pull this down, maybe down here, because I want the metadata for Google to be this right here. So that's a very, very simple fix. Digital product. Yep. Oh, okay. Oh my God. This is actually really important. I love looking for inspiration as a hairstylist. So you're mentioning that here. So I would put like cosmetologist, hairstylist. Like I would actually go that direction with our titles and tags if you think that is someone who would be interested in these coloring pages. I love that idea. Okay, cool. I love that. Very cool. So you're using great SEO in here. I'm really loving the description. Nice. So these kinds of things, for example, is really where I would dive a little bit deeper into these to be able to curate your title and your tags. So like stylish wall art, gift for art lovers, hoop earrings, maybe unique hairstyle, like kind of diving into those a little bit deeper to build your titles and tags rather than just having them in the description. Same thing as all of this. Also, I would put, personally, this is just me, but I would move this whole thing down a little bit so people don't have to go through them to get to all the other stuff in your description. Also, it looks like you have your FAQs in the description itself, and you can actually just add FAQs to the bottom of your shop in the about section, so you don't have to like take up all the space in the description. So what I would say is basically let's copy and paste this and move it up to here, and then everything else can be below, and then your frequently asked questions can be moved to the actual shop itself. All right. In the photos, I think we can enhance the thumbnail a little bit here. I would change this a little bit because it's not, I mean, I understand that it says coloring pages, but I would just maybe, to be honest, what I would do, let me just show you what I would do. 1 second. I would look at my competitors and see how they are putting them together. Let's just check it out together. Again, we are doing this all live, so you guys are seeing exactly what I'm seeing. All right, I love this. And you can see it's a bestseller, and there's a reason why. That looks fantastic. Absolutely love that. I'm also loving this, like Black Love coloring pages, really awesome. So this one's really awesome right here. Really cool. And it looks like almost exactly kind of like what you're selling. Again, beautiful braids over here. So I would just take a look at my competitors' thumbnails that are doing well. The cool thing is you are popping up here, which is really awesome. But I would also, by the way, from me typing in black hairstyles coloring pages, you are popping up on page 1. So that is fantastic news. And I would start really, really diving into looking at what people are actually going to be looking up like I did to see what you can do. And then also going into our bestsellers and seeing what they're currently utilizing. So if I went into this bestseller, for example, seeing what is up here in their title, it's currently in 20 plus carts. And then seeing what is in their tags as well. Again, you will need EverBee to do this, but you can easily like get it just for a month if you wanted. But there we go. Black women coloring, teen coloring pages, coloring book, women coloring pages, etc. So really leaning into like these kinds of things rather than what we currently have might be of super benefit. Okay. I don't know how I got over here. Let's get out. So highly recommend doing that. And that's also a tip just for everybody is really look at like what your competitors are currently doing for the thumbnail. If you don't believe that your thumbnail stacks up perfectly against their thumbnails, we might be in deep trouble. So please do that. All right. All right. We are running out of time, but if you guys are open to staying a little bit longer, I'm just going to keep on keeping on until we get like at least 5 of these done. Okay. And if you have to come back and watch it, that's totally fine. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to number 3. Oh, my bad. Here we go. All right, again, we're doing this together. So I don't know what I'm looking at yet. Okay, timeless boho chic can be personalized, designed by Anush. I hope that's your name. I actually used to babysit a girl named Anush, so I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Made to order. Very cool. I love it. European ethnic home and kitchen decor, drinkware, and gifts. Oh, it moves. That made me really excited. Okay, so it looks like, and I didn't even notice down here, but it looks like she's actually probably paying for like Etsy Seller Pro or Plus, whatever it's called. So she actually has things that you can scale through, like a carousel. Freaking love that. That wet my whistle when I saw that go through. So that's really awesome. She's doing very, very good. I know who she is. I know what I can get out of this. And then I'm also seeing multiple different types of options. So banner, 10 out of 10. The timeless boho chic, excuse me, not the timeless boho chic logo. It's fine. I wouldn't say it matches necessarily your aesthetic up here, but it doesn't matter. I think it looks great. The shop title, freaking perfect, because I know exactly what I'm going to be getting from this when I look through your shop. So 10 out of 10. Love it. Let's look here. Okay, so she just, now we're talking. I'm going to get comfy for this one. So she just did this about, 2 weeks or so ago. We ship everything fast. International shipping, yes. They're ready to do it in 1 to 3 business days. Fully customizable, personalizable, etc. 100% happiness guarantee. This is something popular now. Very smart. Love that, because it basically is saying like, seasonally we are leading up to St. Patrick's decor and gifts. Because of what we're, it's 15 or so days out from that. That's a total lie. 20 days out. Production time. Sign up. Okay. Man, this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, I have nothing to say. Great shop announcement. And if you guys are in need of wondering what in God's green earth should you put in the shop announcement, follow Anush's example. Freaking fantastic. Absolutely love it. All right, now let's go to the about section because we're still in the branding space. Man, okay, I just love you, Anush. That's so cute. I love this. Oh, great. I love it. Love, 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 love. Okay, I'm getting to know Anush. I do not know her, but I'm getting to know her through this. This is also a really, really good title because it's her, but it's also telling me what I'm going to be getting. The only thing that I would adjust here is if we're going the European ethnic route, let's jump on that. Let's put that in here because it's not just stylish home decor and unique personalized gifts. It's in this particular space, and that needs to be up here in your description. I would actually you can just totally remove this if you want, and then I would just put like your destination for stylish, ethnic, European home decor, and unique personalized gifts. That's what I would do. Beautiful. Okay, love it. Very, very cool. Looks like you might have used my friend Charles at ChatGPT for this. It's fantastic. So what I'm loving about this, again, if you guys are trying to figure out what you should do for your about section, is I want to find a way to combine all of our really, really high performing keywords and long tail key phrases into learning about you. That's the perfect combination of how to build an about section. So what I'm seeing if I were Etsy is stylish home decor, unique gifts, personalized gifts, eclectic. That's another really good one. People are definitely going to be typing that in. Charm, bohemian, eco-friendly, ethical, diverse cultures, sustainability. Okay, so I'm picking out things that I know that Etsy is also going to be picking out and that people are also going to be typing into the search bar. I like this as well. It's kind of cool how she's basically telling us a little bit more about her, knowing that it wasn't just on Etsy. So it's also giving us a little bit of an insight into she's been doing this for a while. This is not just a random COVID Etsy store that popped up like millions of them did. She's been doing this for a hot minute. And it helps me understand who she is and what I'm getting myself into. She has a shop member about section, all of her production partners here. I can go learn even more about her. I mean, man, Anush, I don't got nothing to say other than good things. You're killing it. And I think the numbers are showing because she has over 1,100 sales. So very, very good. All right, so we're done with the branding. So also, actually, let me just do a little quick glance at the aesthetics of the shop real quick. Okay. Yeah, I think I mean, overall, I think it all looks similar. I think it is like the patterns are similar, so it's making sense. And also, you're using a bunch of mock-ups for different designs. So, all in all, it's definitely making sense to me. The only thing that I would halt you on, or I'd be a little bit hesitant, is some of the things that we are newly making, like we up here in like this, for example, I don't feel like that is screaming European ethnic technically, but I also understand like that's something that maybe you found and you wanted to make, which is totally fine, but just wanted to be very like understood that that might not sway with the mission, if that makes sense. But otherwise, I think it's great. I also love what you did over here, Celtic Irish decor and or gifts. So Celtic Irish gifts, Celtic Irish decor, spring Easter decor, spring Easter gifts, etc. So she's doing a very, very good job here at titling the sections in a way where people are going to be looking it up. For babies and toddlers, I'm interested to see what you have. Okay, so it's mostly bibs. We got some puzzles. We got some onesies, pillow. Okay, so it's a lot. So I would say baby slash toddler gifts or accessories or anything that you believe is being looked up. Okay, that's what I would say there. Let's choose one. I don't want to do anything in the baby section yet. Let's choose. Okay, let's just do. She's featuring kitchen decor. So I want to choose one of these. Let's just choose this one. All right, Oriental spring floral tablecloth. I love that. That's great. Cottagecore picnic cover. Okay, I'm interested to see. I'm interested. I'm interested. Go, go, go. Okay, so picnic cover, for example, isn't bringing anything up, but what if we changed it to like picnic tablecloth? Okay, picnic blanket. I'm just really doing this right alongside you guys. Let's see. Okay, now we're talking. All right, so when I see like words like that I'm not like 110% sure if it's gonna be looked up, I just like to confirm or deny. And it looks like picnic cover might not be the best thing to do, but picnic blanket might be. So just something to look at. Outdoor garden party decor gift. I love that. Rustic floral table cover. Okay. Boho kitchen decor. Sweet. I love it. Let's look into the other ones you've got. Very cool. Sweet. Ooh, now we're talking. I love that. So she's doing a really good job, again, going back to branding a second ago, of utilizing her colors, her fonts and stuff. And it's very, very, it's so Etsy-fied is what we call it, like Etsy-fied, that this is so easy to see on desktop and mobile. Fantastic job. That's kind of weird, but it's fine. I like it. So I like this because it's something that she is, trying to show like what this would be good for. So like go ahead and make the decision. But I also feel like this isn't necessarily a springtime gift as much as it is a springtime decor. So instead of perfect springtime gifts, I would say perfect for a springtime, what do you even call that? Like fluff or something that like makes their house better rather than something I'm going to be gifting personally. Sweet. I love it. Very, very cool. Let's look at the video. Ooh. Nice. Very cool. Even though I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is AI generated, I would never know. It looks great. Freaking fantastic. All right. Let's go to the description real fast. All right, so again, Anush is doing a fantastic freaking job. Uplift any home's aesthetics with this personalized tablecloth. So this is, again, that metadata we talked about with Google. I want to enhance this even more by going back to exactly what it is. So uplift any home's aesthetic this spring with our Oriental floral personalizable cottagecore tablecloth or outdoor garden tablecloth or something like that would make that even better. Okay, love it, love it. Variations, okay. Sweet. This is a perfect description. Oh, and this is something that no one's done yet, and I actually love. Purchasing process. So walks them through, so there's no questions asked, walks them through very simply exactly what to do and what will happen after they do that. I love that. Great. Sweet. Okay. I have nothing to say to you, Anuj. Like, you have absolutely killed this, and that makes me very, very joyful. Let me just check out the tags really quickly before I move on to the next shop. Okay, so same kind of thing here from what we were looking at before. I'm not seeing a lot of greens. I'm seeing a lot of reds, but I'm also seeing some yellow, as meaning that like these are somewhat good. So like elegant table, I guess. But this also to me sounds like someone's going to buy a table. Not that they're going to buy a tablecloth personally. So I might want to dive a little bit deeper into each of these and figure out if there's anything else that I can do to make these a little better. So spring picnic decor has like little competition, but also very little people even looking it up. Vintage style picnic, spring outdoor cover, etc. So just the same thing I said to the others, just really making sure that if we find nature inspired is interesting, maybe we dive a little bit deeper into that, into the decor space. So like nature, home decor, outdoor home decor, whatever. So kind of, figuring out how to talk about like sprucing up for spring. And then people are going to actually be looking for this particular item. Okay. Hope all that makes sense. And let's move on to the next one. How am I doing on time? Not great. All right. So we're at the almost hour mark. So if you guys do have to go, I totally understand, but I will miss you. But I am going to go a little bit over today. I'm just feeling very feisty and I'm feeling very into this. And if you guys are okay and you want to stay, by all means, if you want to come back and like watch this later, the latter half of the video, feel free. But I'm at least going to get through 5 and we've done 3. So here we go. All right. Let's get out of here and out of here. The next one we're going to be getting into is Jade by Josie. Very cute. Josie and Dykstra exclusives. Ooh, I want one. Very cool. I love. Okay, so these are beautiful. I think they're embroidered potentially, but I don't know anything, so don't listen to me. But I think so because I see this little thing in this plant. So first of all, love her logo, love her element that she's put back here, love her colors, and it's telling me exactly what she's going to do for me pretty much. And then the only thing I would change right here, like we talked about with our first and I think potentially second shop, we need to make this very, very about the person and about the shop, not about you. So right now we are putting our entire logo name pretty much. And then we're saying where thread meets texture. No one's going to be typing any of this in. So I would basically say if you offer, let me just confirm what's going on here. Embroidery, felt, necklaces, and more. Okay, so the good news is you kind of already have your shop title because you can basically put this up here. So I would be like embroidery, felt, necklaces, and gifts, or maybe accessories instead of necklaces, accessories and gifts for blank, perfect for gifting, something of that nature is what I would move this shop title to. Overall, branding looks great. This was updated on January 31st. So again, I think we could just super, super elevate this guy. I would go back to the beginning of Anusha's, I forgot the name, I'm so sorry, but her shop announcement was fantastic. And it included literally everything that I would need to know and then some. So I would take a look at that and how to apply it to you. Let's go to your about section. Okay, so this is about you, yes, but we also want it to be about the person. So any about section needs to be kind of a combination of giving me a face behind the brand and is this the right store for me? That's pretty much what the combination of what the about section should be. So I would put, instead of this, I would put something of like, who is this shop best for? And then I would basically go into here as to why I decided to build this store, who it is best for, blah, blah, blah. That's what I would personally change here. But I love that you have Instagram, Facebook. I love that you have this. This 100%, by the way, is all about you. This is all about your shop. Hope that makes sense. But also your story a little bit. All right, let's scroll back up. So overall, as it relates to the photos, I can tell that you are doing a little bit of both print on demand and handmade. I think that the mock-ups are fine. I don't think that they're great. The only thing I would say is they're a little dark in some places, and the lighting is a little bit off where I don't necessarily know what I'm getting either. So I know that this is a necklace, but I don't necessarily know what this is until I go into the listing. So what's really important is understanding how much of the title we are able to see when we are searching. So we can only see the first like 20, is that right, character, something like that. So one hand embroidered tulip field high. one hand embroidered rose hair clip. Okay, so now I know what it is. But it took me trying to do that to figure that out. So, like, one could be removed. No one's gonna be looking that up. We could put hand embroidered tulip hair clip, not tulip field. So, like, one and field could be immediately removed. Hand embroidered February birth flower necklace. I think that's fine because I know what this is. I can see that it's a necklace. I do not know what this is though. I don't know what hawthorn means, you know, so I would just make sure. And also, by the way, the people who are your ideal target audience, they might know what hawthorn is. So don't take what I'm saying as like Bible, but just really being very intentional with knowing this is all that they see and it needs to perpetuate the thumbnail and make them want to click through. Right now, it's not doing that for me. This one is. I like this one a lot. But like these, I didn't know what they were until I, found that out. So I would highly recommend like making those adjustments to the titles. I'm also seeing that you're kind of doing a little mixture again of like print on demand versus handmade. And it looks like the handmade ones are the ones that could potentially use a little bit better lighting on the photos themselves. But otherwise, I think it looks great. All right, let's do shop policies real fast. So I would definitely update your shop policies. It looks like you only have returns and exchanges. What about cancellations, stuff like that? Check that out. And then let's just go into one of them and see what we can find. Oh, it's for a book. You see, I would have never known this. And I think this is adorable. I would definitely buy this, but I would not have known this by just looking at the original, this Hawthorne Flower Felt Co. That's all I see as a potential buyer. So I'd want to basically change this to be embroidered felt bookmark first and then build everything else out, simply because I didn't even know what that was, and especially this is not telling me what it is. So I would actually change the thumbnail to be more something like this than this, because it's not telling me what it is just by seeing this little triangle, nor was your title really telling me what it was. So at minimum, I would adjust the front end of this title, and then I would obviously get into potentially choosing one of those as well. I think your photos are great though, by the way. It's very handmade. I like it. Oh, that's cool. Very nice. All right, let's take a look at the tags real quick. Here we go again. Oh my God, we're at 1 hour and 5 minutes. All right, moving on down. Ooh, corner felt bookmark. That's really, really good. Keyword score 500. Great job there. I would dive more into that, dude. I would get deep into that. Like you're doing, that's a really good job. So like what else could we do this? Like birth month flower corner felt bookmark, like something of that nature. May birthday corner felt bookmark. Like I would go in that direction because we already seen that that's doing well. It's doing great. Bible study bookmark. I wonder if there's a way to adjust that where it's like maybe just Bible study. I don't know, maybe just to have that volume a little bit higher. Hawthorn flower, I wonder if there's a way to change that to be a different, like May birth flower or something like that. I don't actually see you doing that anywhere except for the title, and birth flowers are very, very, very popular. So I would just keep on keeping on in that here. Secret pal present, I would nix that. Stocking stuffer, I would nix that. So like I would maybe adjust these to be more focused on birth month flower, I think is what it's called. All right, let's get into the description. I would perpetuate this a little bit, or perpetuate what it actually is. Something along the lines of this charming hand embroidered felt corner bookmark, since we know that that was a really good keyword. Okay, very cool. How to order, great job, just like the other girl did. Okay, good, sweet. I like it, very cool. All right, so let's look at this. I'll watch this video real fast. Oh, yes, I love it. Very cool. Very, very cool. Nice. Okay. All right. Overall, those are the couple things that I would change there. I also love how she is, since we have some reviews on this shop, I wanted to show these. I also love that she is responding to all of them, give or take. This one, a couple of them weren't, but I would, by the way, Josie, if you have time to get those responded to, it'd be really awesome. But overall, I mean, I think Josie did a really good job. Jade by Josie. I also love what she's doing over here. I just think it might be an opportunity to enhance the thumbnails a little bit and adjust the titles so we really, really know what we are clicking into, because your stuff is amazing and it deserves to be seen. And people might just not know what it is because they're not really seeing like it in like they're seeing it, but like I don't know what this is until I looked at the title, which it took me to actually click in until I did that, until I could figure that out. So just one major thing I would change. And then I also want to adjust this as well. And then also your shop announcement. Just a couple things. All right, let's keep going. All right, breaking tape designs, personalized team stickers, magnets, and gifts. Very cool. I love it. I know exactly what I'm getting out of this. I know exactly who you are. Yeah, perfect. Love it. Also matches the logo. So this right here, I just want to adjust this a little bit because again, this is our shop title. So I like where you're going with this, but really what anybody would be looking up would be sports team gifts, sports team, sports gifts, team gifts. That's it. Everything else, like all of this is just extraneous information. So we want to utilize that valuable real estate as good as possible. So I would make sure that we are adjusting this to basically use as much SEO as possible, but still, again, speaking to a human and a search engine. Also, you're in Lakeland, Florida. That's very cool because I'm from Plant City, Florida. So, hey, neighbor, that's really cool. My grandma lives in Lakeland still, and so does my dad. All right, let's see here. This was done January 30th, so we're still in the month time frame. Oh, very cool. Okay. Okay. That's pretty good. I love that shop announcement. Great job. Let's go to your about. Okay. Oh, very cool. All right. So I would just build off of this a little bit. And I want to think like create them custom gifts from our home to yours, but like for who? And we just want to like keep perpetuating the concept of helping sports teams or helping local sports or helping high school sports, whatever you're doing. I would just perpetuate that a little bit. Let's go back up a little bit and look at the aesthetics. Okay. Very cool. Oh my God, that's so cool. I love this mock-up. Nice. I love it. Oh my God, that's so cute. I love that. So are these. Very nice. Okay, yeah, I think the aesthetics of the shop all matches completely well. It tells me exactly what I'm getting. I can see all of the stickers, even the smaller ones. I can still pretty much get an idea of what I'm getting. So I think she's doing great. And she's doing really, really great over here. Like there are so many sections for me to choose from that are all things that people would be looking up. So cross country, baseball, pickleball, etc. Very, very great job. All right, let's just choose one at random. I'm going to go with this one. Actually, let me go back real fast. Let me see what I'm getting myself into. Yep, perfect. Okay, so this is a perfect example of what I was saying for the prior Jade by Josie, bowling locker magnets and stickers. That is the very first thing. Personalized volleyball magnet for lock. You know, we assume that it's going to say locker. Custom softball magnet for locker. Personalized softball locker magnets, etc. So they are doing, this shop is doing, what's the name again? I'm so sorry. Breaking Tape. Breaking Tape is doing a great job at building out the title with the characters that people are able to see. And then the characters in the title are also perpetuating what the thumbnail is saying. So very, very great job. Okay, cool. So the only thing I would change here is senior night decor. Like, could this be for anything else? I wonder. Like, could we maybe get a couple more things here? And also, could these potentially be for not kids? Could they just be for like bowling teams locally for adults? You know, maybe even like rec, whatever they call those, like club sports, maybe. So that might be something I would look into there just to have a larger audience. Nice. Okay, I love the application. Okay. I like that. That's helping us with customer order value. Sweet. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. The only thing I would personally do is I would want to move this style up a little bit simply because I don't know. It's going to take me a little while to get there. It's about the sixth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's about the sixth thing that people would scroll through. And I think that's pretty important thing to scroll through, especially since that's what you have here. as the style and the design. So I would move that up a little bit, maybe just right here, and then start the regular mock-ups. Mhm. I think everything else looks good though. Very cool. All right, let me look at your tags. All right, this is the last one I'm going to do today, guys, because I want to make sure I'm not taking all of your time for the day. But I'm in still, we still got a lot to go. So I definitely guarantee that I will do the remainder of them as quickly as I can. Please, Bolo, please be on the lookout for that as it goes live. All right, let's see here. All right, we got some over here. Bowling Magnet is doing really well. Personalized bowling doing really well, and bowling gift. So I would get in a little bit more. This is why I kind of brought this up a second ago. Is does it have to be a kid? Does it have to be a high school student? Because I think that there's a lot of other people that we might be able to help, and that's perpetuated by these being really big. So could we get more into the bowling space? Like let's go over here for a second, go to keyword research. Let's type in bowling. Help me, help me. There we go. All right, so bowling in itself is actually doing pretty well, which is kind of surprising to me. So bowling 2700. I don't even know if you have that in there. I don't even know. I didn't even look. Sorry. Let's do keyword score up to the top. See if there's anything else that we can get into. Bowling ring dish. Okay. The more you know. Both. Bowling aesthetics. I mean, it is technically that could be one, but it's only got 233. Yeah, I would be interested to like kind of go through these and see if there's any other ones. And if you're not using bowling, by the way, that also is a good idea. Bowling customs, custom bowling, whatever. But yeah, I would just kind of play around with these and see if there's anything else that we can find that doesn't necessarily make it for a kid or a high school student. So with that said, guys, that was a lot. And I do appreciate you guys. If any of you are still here, I really appreciate you guys for being here. I hope that you enjoyed this. I was trying to make this as real and raw and authentic and live as possible so that you can see where my brain goes when I am looking at these things as an auditor, but also as someone who might be interested in buying. And if I am your exact target audience, am I gonna say yes? Is it an easy yes? And if the answer is no, might be some things to adjust. So I hope you guys learned at least one thing today. If you did, please drop that in the comments because I want to make sure that this was even helpful at all. So if you want to drop one new thing that you learned today or one thing that just like further confirmed what you already were thinking, even if we did not go over your shop today, I would be really helpful to see like what actually was beneficial for you guys from this. So I love you all. Thank you so, so much for being here. I know we are a little bit over time. I think this is the longest one I've ever done, and I don't even have anybody on interview with me. So I do apologize, but I really appreciate you all for being here. And again, Bolo, be on the lookout for part 2 of this because we've got a lot more to go through. Okay. I will see you guys next week. Love you. Bye.